everybody. This is Kevin Davidson, your host of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is episode number 9. So I'm really excited. I'm moving into my third month of doing this. And like I always say, I want to thank my support, which is Jennifer Smitis and the wonderful staff I have at both of my Stewart Title offices, Caitlin Kornick, Devin, Rosalie Dean, and their assistants, as well as Wendy Santana from the Richmond office, which is sitting right here next to me. So we're going to have a great podcast. So if you're a vendor or an agent that is in the Fort Bend County area and you would like to be a guest on the podcast, please feel free to give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com, and we'll get you on the calendar. I'm pretty much booked for the rest of this year, but we got to start next year. So I'm excited. Episode number 9. This very pretty, smiley young lady sitting next to me is Wendy Santana. She is the Crackerjack Escrow Officer Extraordinaire from the Richmond office. So say hi to the...
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
So tell everybody exactly where our office is in Richmond, and what kind of clients you like to serve, and things like that.
So we are located at 2116 Thompson Road, Suite E1. That's off of 762 off Thompson Highway, kind of right by the library. If you're not familiar with the Richmond location, that's kind of like a target point to where you could find our office.
There's a railroad tracks right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been there for about 25 years. I've taken over the last 5. And it's been a whirlwind ride.
I didn't know we've been there 25 years.
Yes, we've been there a long time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what I know we'll basically close, anything, but tell everybody, residential, land, commercial, what is it you like to do?
So for me, I can close anything. If it can be bought or sold, I'm your girl for sure. I actually started off in foreclosures, so I obviously don't do that anymore. But where our office is, it lies where a lot of acreage is. So we have a lot of land transactions where they're either cutting out parcels of huge tracts of land. That is the most that I see. Now, obviously, we do get a lot of resale, of course, and refinances. I do mobile homes also. I'm one of the only escrow officers that do mobile homes.
Yeah, because I don't think the ladies here will do mobile homes.
No, and you know what? For me, it doesn't matter. $1 is $1. So, if it's there, and I go above and beyond for the sellers and buyers to make sure that I can get that statement of account transferred into their name, because a lot of them don't know how to do it. So it's just an extra step that I feel that I offer, to my clients to know that their people will be able to have that set up and not have to stress about it.
If there was something that you would like real estate agents that are in the area to know about you and what they can expect from you as their escrow officer, what would you tell them? Is there something special about Wendy that you go above and beyond to do? That?
Of course. So anybody can sell title insurance, of course. So what makes me stand alone is I want you to know that no matter what, in the back of your mind, if you don't know something, that you're like, hey, I can call Wendy. Wendy's going to get done. Her team is going to respond to my emails, make sure that I'm updated before I have to even send an email, that my agent should know what's going on with their files.
Right.
I don't ever want an agent to have to wake up and be like, I wonder if that survey was ordered. They should have those updates from my team to have that peace of mind to where we're keeping them updated throughout the whole process from beginning to the end.
And you just mentioned your team, so why don't you mention them real quick?
Of course. So I have Gracie Kreger, and she's my processor. She's been with us for about 1 year and 4 months. And then we have Janice Cameron, which is another processor, and she's been with Stewart for 11 years. And they're both amazing. And
we want to say congratulations to Gracie, because
she is about to have her baby. We have about 2 weeks left in the oven.
So we got another brand new escrow officer in the making.
Yes. So long term, we obviously want to get Gracie to where she can be a junior closer for us, and I have confidence in her 100% that she's going to be able to go above and beyond.
Yeah, and we're actually concentrated on trying to grow the business in the Richmond area. What other towns are around Richmond that we would service?
So we actually serve. Richmond is very big, right? So we can do Richmond locations and many of our other offices. However, we've been actually going out the other way. So a lot of our clients have been bringing me out of county orders, which we've been getting Wharton and Guy and East Bernard and all that kinds of stuff. But most of my business is either going to be in Richmond, Rosenberg, or Harris County, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Right?
That's good to know. Now, did you tell me once, and if you didn't, I'll edit this out. If you did, I'll leave it in. If someone brought us a contract and the property wasn't necessarily in the area, you would do a mobile closing?
Of course, absolutely. So I always offer to either, if the clients up front know that they're not going to be able to be available, as a courtesy. Now, granted, it's not something that I would do all the time, but I will offer to help pay those courtesy fees and take that out of our escrow fee, just as say, hey, if they're paying a title policy premium, the last thing that I want them to have to worry about is how we're going to get those documents signed. So it's not something that's actually coming out of our pocket because they're paying for those services up front anyway. So I just think it's a nice touch to where they don't have to be running around worried about it. Something else that I offer for my new agents, and I've had many agents over the last 18 years that I have worked with. I've been an escrow officer for about 11 of those 18 years, and from the beginning, any new agents that I have come in the office and they tell me that this is their first transaction, I always like to have a meeting with them and sit down and go over things that they don't learn from the real estate side of it. Because whenever we become a team, I want to know that what they're providing me is exactly what I need, and we're not going back and forth.
Well, you're actually training. You're giving them training that they don't have to pay for to make them a better agent, so the transaction will go smoother. And in return, they feel like they got value out of using us, other than the fact that we just want their title business.
Of course, right.
Which is kind of the route that I take with my CE classes and things like that. So. What is it about? What's on the horizon for Stewart Title Richmond for the future? What kind of things or ideas do you think we would be coming up with to do in the future? I know yesterday we did the painting thing,
which was awesome. So,
or 2 days ago.
First and foremost, I want to get to a point to where we can grow and have another escrow officer and expand our office to be able to have a huge or a bigger training facility for our agents to be able to come in. We are more of a country bumpkin office, so I can fit about 15 or 16 people, but I'd love to be able to get in front of 30 to 35 agents at a time, and to be able to actually sit down with them and get to know them on a personal level. I think relationships are built on trust, and I want to know them outside of just the closing room, about their children and their life, and to know that I actually care and they're just not another agent on my roster,
Yeah, it's I get to experience this on a daily basis because I'm actually between the Richmond office and the Sugar Land office. So, and it's two different worlds. I hear about the escrow officers in the Sugar Land office. Oh, I like Caitlin, I like Devaney, I like Rosie, they do a great job. But when anybody ever brings up Wendy's name, it's not I like Wendy, she does a good job. It's like, oh my God, she's the best in the world. I love her so much. So you get people that actually love you, and it's a relationship thing.
Right.
And that's the difference. And it's the difference is the person on the other side. So you build your business because Richmond, the location is a country bumpkin. You said it yourself. Right. So you take it from a different approach, and you actually become part of their family.
Correct.
And people tell me that.
Yes, sir.
All the time.
Well, I definitely want them to feel that, they can come to me no matter what. An agent that's been in the industry for years, for me, I take a lot of pride in customer service. If someone emails me or calls me back, or if I'm not available, I will make sure that I go above and beyond to reach back out to them. It's not just another phone call that was missed, So it's very important for me that they feel no matter what happens, no matter what time of day, if they need to email me on the weekends, I'm available. Because realtors' minds never stop.
No, they
so
work
on the
7 days
weekends,
a
they're
week.
like, "Oh, did I do this? Did I do that?" And I give them my cell phone number. Text me If they feel uncomfortable or not have the knowledge behind their answer, I'm going to find it if I don't know it. And
So you heard it here, folks, on the Kevin's Quarter podcast. You can text or call Wendy on the weekend.
yes.
So what about agents and marketing? What do you think that we're going to be doing in the future in Stewart Title Richmond for agents?
Well, right now I have a lot of different ideas moving forward, especially for, the remainder of the year. I'd like to be able to sit down with realtors in our next class and see their thoughts on what are they not getting from their title company. A lot of other agents use more than one title company. So what sets us aside? What is going to make you come back to me is really, as an escrow officer, is what we need to understand is how can we make it better for the realtors? What are they not receiving that we offer?
Right. And I actually was talking to a vendor, not a mortgage vendor, a vendor friend of mine that had an idea of doing a monthly Q&A roundtable.
Right.
That I thought was a really good idea, to where we invite 8 or 10 agents to the Richmond office, and we sit around the conference room table and they just talk and ask questions.
Different scenarios.
When do we need this? When do we need that? We're not getting this from this title company, or we'd like it if you could do this or whatever. And I thought it was a great idea.
I love that.
So maybe that will tie into what you were just talking about.
Of course.
Along with that, we'll be doing many more CE classes, whether it be me teaching or another vendor teaching. We're going to be doing, I just saw on my calendar for next month, we're going to be doing a bingo event.
Oh, yay. It's going to be fun.
So another bingo event.
I'm very competitive, so.
Yeah. By the way, Wendy always wins.
I try. And I'm not a poor sport if I lose. It's all fun and games.
And then the painting event was so popular that we're going to do that again.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And thank Nas for doing that for us. It's amazing.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing most likely the crawfish boil again. And so we got a lot of things that are going to be happening that we've done before. We're just going to ramp it up for the rest of the year and into 2024 for Richmond. So keep your eyes and ears out and open. So why don't you tell everybody how they get a hold of Wendy?
So you can email me at wendy.santana@stewart.com, and that's Wendy with a Y and Santana like the singer. You can call me on my direct line.
She's not related to Carlos.
I am not. Everyone asks me that, though, and I am not bilingual, unfortunately. You can call me at my direct line at 832-586-7340, or you can call our front desk at 281-341-0404.
And for all those people that tell me all the time, I did not know you were here. What's our address again?
2116 Thompson Road, Suite E1. We are right next to the new Rudy's that was built off Thompson Highway. And when you pull into our office, we're in the buildings in the back.
Yes.
So look straight ahead.
And then your phone number one more time.
832-586-7340.
Awesome. So I want to thank Wendy for being here. This is the first Stewart Title Escrow Officer I've had on the podcast. So I appreciate you coming all the way from Richmond, which is really only about 10 minutes from here. So we're going to change guests and have my vendor come up in the next couple of seconds. We'll be right back, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.